So I started here on a prac placement, not really wanting to work in paediatrics. I thought I'd work in a hospital with adults, but then came here and really enjoyed my placement and haven't really ever left since.
I've worked in primary schools and special ed units as well, and you can tell children that have been to AEIOU straight away.
It was my mum actually, so she was a learning facilitator here because she was really into the research side, and one day she asked if I wanted to come volunteer and I said yes. And before this I always wanted to teach. I didn't know it was going to be in this field exactly, but once I started working here it was amazing. I just realized this is something really cool. Helping these children in particular was just an amazing feeling.
We do organize a whole range of professional development opportunities within the organization, and this includes engaging with overseas lecturers and professionals in the field, just to ensure that we have a good knowledge around how we should best support these children with their interventions.
When I first started, I obviously had a lot to learn as a student and then also as a new grad, and I found the process really supportive because you do have senior clinicians either within your centre or within the program coordinator team that you can lean on when you are struggling with certain aspects of your caseload. So I found it really supportive process, and then once I had become a little bit more senior myself, I was able to go for those senior clinical positions like the program coordinator team, and then obviously it's nice that we've been able to grow with the business as well.
The organisation has facilitated and allowed me to study for 1 day and work for 4 days, and have made some job arrangements to facilitate my little endeavours to research about PECs, which is something we use constantly in all of our centres.
There's the opportunity at AEIOU to be innovative. So evidence is always changing. The way therapy is delivered, we're always looking for fresh new ideas. So we encourage our staff to give us those ideas and see where they go and work on new things, which is exciting.
I think AEIOU has always been on the cutting edge in terms of developing new resources and new materials, and recently we have finally gone digital, which is exciting. AEIOU at Home was developed in response to the fact that with the pandemic some families chose to self-isolate, and in a span of maybe a month a team was formed just to support these families, and I was part of that team.
I love that we can see the children so regularly, and also the children have so much access to therapy.
I think an area that I have been really passionate about over the years is toilet training, and that's an area that you do get lots of really nice moments out of. It's really difficult as well. It's quite a long process working with the families and getting the children to a point that they're independent with their toileting, but also really rewarding, kind of getting the feedback from the parents how important that is for them to have their child develop that skill.
I think it just makes me so happy to see, that success that the children have. As soon as, they get their first wee in the toilet, sometimes the children just have the biggest smile on their face and they're looking at me, waiting for my reaction, and I just can't wait to tell them, "You've done an amazing job."
I think the biggest beauty about it is working with a transdisciplinary team. I think in my past few years here, I've learned a lot of skills that I would have never learned outside of this organization, and it's just widened my perspective of how to work with these children in a more effective manner.
I think there's no other sort of setting like us where you get to see the kids at your service every single day, where you have a team of so many different staff members from so many different backgrounds working all together on the same goals to achieve those same outcomes for them.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about changing kids' lives and being a part of, facilitating their change, then do it.
Don't be afraid to try something new. I know the field of special needs and the field of paediatrics with autism may be daunting, but there's lots to learn here, and it's so powerful, the work that we do.
It's also a really fun environment as well. We have a lot of fun with the children.
I think you don't know what you are missing out until you try. And it's just such a supportive and lovely environment.
If you want to be part of an amazing team, come to AEIOU.